Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Xeno, the personification of a cry for help, and we are back with more Dawn Chorus. Now, in the last part, we finished Jordan's route, so now it's time to jump onto the next popular person on the poll I made like months ago, and that is Devon. We're gonna be having the teacher-student route now. Okay, so let's just get started, shall we? Okay, so what I've been doing for the past 5 minutes, like I've always done with all my other parts when I start a new route, is that I like to go back and get as much development with the character in question before I officially start the route. So I'm doing that with Devon, but here's the thing, with Coach Devon, we kind of already hung out with him a little bit when he was helping us look for our room key. But I realized there's a little option here when we go swimming with Rune and Devon that you can choose whether or not you can tell Rune that you came to see him, or you came to see Devon, or you just come in just to swim. It's set your goals. So let's go ahead and see what he has to say about this. I wanted to see Devon. I thought I might find him here. Okay, I can wait for you, unless you mind. I get a bit flustered at the thought of Rune watching me undress, but it's not like he wouldn't see me almost naked in the pool anyway. No, feel free to. I picked a free locker and put the jacket inside it, hating it on a hook. I took my shoes off at the door and went in bare-pawed, so now I put them on the bottom of the locker. Only now I notice a distinct smell of chlorine that hangs in the air heavily. Oh, I forgot, he has no swimsuit, so he's gonna do this completely naked. Real. As I take a full lungful of it, I'm instantly flooded by a wave of memories from various swimming pools and locker rooms I've been in throughout my life. This one is fairly small, which is to be expected for a moderately sized guest house, with just around 15 lockers in 2 rows and 2 benches between them. 2 of the lockers are taken by Rune and Devon, so it must be only the 3 of us here at the moment. I take off my shirt and trousers, folding it neatly and put it on a shelf inside a locker, and then a sudden realization hits me. I look at Rune, who is doing some warm-up exercises, changed into swimmer already. He notices me looking and turns in my direction. What's up? I don't have any swimming shorts. A devious smile appears on Rune's snout. I don't see a problem. There's no one besides us in here. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. Are you suggesting? Rune winks at me, grinning. Well, why not? It's good to do something crazy once in a while, and as Rune said, there's no one besides us here now anyway, and no one will probably come so soon before dinner. Oh, what the hell. I take off my underwear and throw it into the locker, on top of the rest of my clothes. For us Finns, nudity is not something uncomfortable or weird. In fact, it's a normal part of our lives. I'm not sure if it's the same for Norwegians, but the fact that Rune even proposed that now would suggest so. I close the locker, leaving the key inside the lock. Okay, ready now? Let's go. I nod and follow him into the showers. Okay, so we kind of already seen this dialogue, so I'm just gonna skip ahead until, we get some Devon time. Oh, cool, we could do this instead. I forgot about that. I don't want to stay long under the cold water, so I finish showering quickly and leave for the swimming pool. My fur feels heavy with all the water soaked up under the shower, but I don't bother doing anything with it. I'm jumping into the pool in a moment anyway. I leave the showers, leaving a trail of wet pauses behind me. The swimming pool looks fairly normal, aside from maybe the lighting. 2 rows of lamps hang from the ceiling above the water, reflected in the glossy tiles. The wall opposite to the entrance is made entirely of windows, giving a view of the surroundings. The pool is fairly small, as hotel pools usually are, but it seems long enough to build up some speed before swimming the whole length. As Rune said, Devon is already here, standing near the windows and looking at the mountains visible in the distance. He turns around and notices me approaching. Oh, I didn't think he would be this ripped. Well, he is a gym coach. He certainly looked like the athletic type. He's a coach after all, but I didn't expect to see chiseled abs on him. Maybe he was a sports player like Rune too? He seems pretty young, actually. I wonder how old could he be? And why did he become a coach so soon? Most of the coaches I've seen were in their mid-30s to mid-40s. Hello, Devon.
Arvo,
You didn't forget anything, did you? You know you're naked. Oh, right, even if Rune is Scandinavian, Devon isn't. I've heard that nudity is a much bigger deal in the US than in Europe in general. Well, too late now. Sorry, Professor. I've lost the key to my room, as you know. All of my stuff is locked back there, along with my swimwear. I forgot about that completely when I came here and started changing. It only hit me when I was already undressing. I met Rune in the locker room, and he told me that it wouldn't be a problem if I went skinny dipping, and maybe it wasn't such a bad idea after all. Hey, it's not a big problem for me if it's not a problem for you. In the meantime, Rune comes out of the showers and approaches us too. Hey there, Devon. Hello. I thought you joined me earlier. What took you so long? I just sidetracked a bit. I started doing other things and completely lost track of time. Sorry. Well, it's okay. Just don't slack off during this camp. I'll get back into the pool for a few more rounds. I'm going to. I want to do as many laps as I can before dinner. They both jump into the pool at the deeper end and start swimming. It looks like Devon is slightly faster than Rune. But then again, Rune only did a few warm-up exercises in the locker room, while Devon was already here for a while. Having antlers is definitely a disadvantage too. It's funny seeing Rune fully submerged with only his antlers sticking out of the water in front of him. Despite those setbacks, they finished the first two legs almost at the same time. I head towards the ladder to join them too. Did the game glitched when I was trying to skip dialogue because I'm still hearing the crackling of a fire? Even though we're in the swimming pool area. Oh, this is gonna annoy me. I lean against the wall, panting loudly. I haven't been to a swimming pool for so long that I forgot how tiring it is. Sadly, I was no match for the other two. For every length that I swam, they easily did 2 or more. And I still managed to completely tire myself out. My stamina really is garbage. Hey, how are you holding up? I look behind me and see the bulky Black Panther steadied in front of me. Fine, I just need a moment to catch my breath. But everything's fine. That's good. You got me worried a little bit. You looked like you were going to pass out. It's not that bad. I'm just a bit out of shape, that's all. It takes me a long moment to stabilize my breathing. But I finally stop panting and take a few deep breaths. If you attended my class more often, you'd be doing better, you know. Oh, so he noticed. That's one topic I hoped he wouldn't bring up here. I know, it's just... sports were never my forte, and I have some bad memories regarding PE classes. Whenever I had to go to them, I get anxious and start feeling awful, so I usually have to stay in my room. Oh, I had no idea. I hope that I didn't cause any of those memories, and if I did, I'm sorry. I know I may not be the most approachable teacher ever. No, don't worry. I've just had my share of humiliations in middle school and high school, but I'd rather not remember it. You've been nothing but kind to me, actually. I'm sorry I've been missing your class, Devon. I promise I'll be better about that. That's good to hear. Well, not the part about humiliations, of course. I understand that very well. I can tell you in confidence that I disliked PE as a student too. I only started to take it seriously when I went to college. And let's just say that I've had my share of humiliations too. Oh, I never would have guessed. I wonder what he means by that. It's hard to imagine this ripped panther stand before me ever getting bullied. I suggest getting back to the changing room though. I'm done swimming, and I'd feel much more comfortable having this discussion if you had some clothes on. I actually forgot that I have everything hanging out and I'm standing right in front of a teacher. Yeah, that must feel really uncomfortable for him. I looked away, abashed. Sure, I'm done too. I don't think I could swim even one more length. You two really have some serious stamina. It's just practice, that's all. Long hours of excruciating practice almost every day of the week, for a few years. You could get to that point too, even now. All you need is determination. Pick something you want to be good at and stick with it. It's one of the best pieces of advice I can offer. We walk back to the showers together. Rune joins us as we leave the swimming pool. Ooh, that was good. I really need a good tyrant train like this. We three entered the showers and start washing all the chlorine-heavy water from our bodies. The water in the shower is no warmer now than it was before, but now it feels refreshing after all the swimming. I stand under a stream of water and my fatigue flows down with it, disappearing down the drain. We entered the changing room all soaking wet, but invigorated. Rune and Devon opened their lockers and took out their towels. And that's when I, again, realized that I forgot about something fairly important. Yes? Devon looked at me with concern. No wonder I must be looking pretty lost right now. You know I couldn't get my swimming shorts from my room, right? Well, I couldn't get my towel either. I have a spare one with me in my bag. That is, if you feel okay with using it. It's clean unused, don't worry. He passes me the towel. That's the second time today he let me borrow something of his. Thank you, Devon. I feel a warm, glowy feeling inside my chest. If this happened back in high school, instead of getting some actual help from anyone, I would be made fun of for weeks. I'm here, though, with others that care about me. I'm really happy. I dry myself with the towel I borrowed from Devon and put my clothes back on. By the time I'm done, Rune and Devon are still changing into their clothes, so I say bye to them and leave the locker room. This fire needs to stop! Oh my god! It stopped! The fire crackling stopped! It stopped, y'all! Oh my god! That was irritating as fuck! The cafeteria is half empty when the three of us enter. Maybe we're too early? I take out my phone and check the time. It's just a few minutes before 16, so the rest should arrive soon. Okay, so I probably read all this. Okay, we're down to the next choice. Tag along with Rune and Devon. I know we probably did this with Rune on his route. Oh, that was good. Wow, swimming really made me hungry. I probably could have eaten anything and still would have loved it. It was really good. I don't feel like doing anything now. I got the big lazy. Rune leans back on the couch with his arms behind his head, crossing his legs. Devon is sitting next to him, looking out the window with his arms crossed on his chest. After dinner, we split from the rest and came to the common room to just chill together. Late went with York into the lobby to play some table paw-ball, and Miko disappeared somewhere with Bjorn just after we finished. I decided to tag along with those two instead. After all, I wanted to make some new friends here, and surprisingly, I feel relaxed with Rune and Devon. Even though initially they both seemed unapproachable, now that I've got to know them, I feel comfortable in their company. There's something calming about them. How did you like dinner, Arvo? I loved it! They did a good job with it. I really liked it, just like lunch. Yeah, they really know what they are doing. Vegetables were perfectly roasted, spicy, and still with a hint of sweetness. The sauce was a great match for the rest of the dish, too. Its slight acidity was a nice contrast with the savory veggie balls. Oh, and those pancakes. Sorry about the blueberries, by the way. I hope you both had some, too. Not really. Rune looks at me with hope in his eyes. Maybe a few? Devon snored loudly. By the way, I'm surprised that you decided to tag along with us. What do you mean? Most wouldn't want to hang out with a teacher. Thanks for sticking around. Devon gives him a disapproving look. No wonder, that was pretty blunt. To be honest, I didn't give it much thought before. If Devon feels comfortable with us, then why should I feel weird about it? How did you two become friends? When I moved to Norway, I didn't know anyone here. Not even one person. With just one bag of personal belongings, I rented a small flat in the city center and started to look for a job in education. I thought that moving here from outside Europe would be harder. They allowed you to stay just like that? I had it easy with the relocation since my mother was Norwegian. Here, citizenship is determined by the nationality of the parents, so I was born with a dual citizenship. I do have family here, but on one of the islands pretty far north. I was lucky enough to find an open position for a coach at a university, but beyond some casual chats with other teachers there, I found it really hard to get to know anyone. I quickly found out that while Norwegians are really nice, they tend to keep to themselves much more than Americans do. Rune was the first person I talked with beyond exchanging pleasantries. He was in a group I was teaching at first, and he heard that I recently moved to Norway, So he came to me after classes and asked how I was liking it here. When he learned that I barely talked with anyone, he offered to take me on a tour around the city, and I agreed. That was really nice of him. I probably wouldn't have the guts to do something like that myself. It turned out that he's a cool guy, knowledgeable too, so we started hanging out more often. Good to hear you found someone to help you acclimate here, Devon. I know it helps a lot. Meeting new people as a student is relatively easy. We're basically forced to spend a huge part of our time together and have to form bonds to get through our studies. And yet, I still had problems with that after moving here from Finland, which isn't even that different from Norway. I can imagine that for a foreigner from the US, it must be much harder. How did it go for you? You moved from another country too. Did you have any friends here already? No, I wanted to get out of my hometown, out of my country and start anew. In the end, it turned out that Mito got admitted to the same university. He is my middle school friend. We haven't talked much since then, though. After moving, I was mostly busy studying. I've made some friends along the way, though. Like, for example. We live in the same dormitory. I met him in the kitchen once, and it turned out that we have a lot in common. In any case, I'm doing good. Don't worry. That's good. You know, I really admire you both. It takes a lot of courage to leave everything behind and move abroad completely alone. In my case, there wasn't much to leave behind. My life has gone much better since I moved here. I still have to settle down. Maybe go and meet my neighbors. Maybe find some clubs I could join or something like that. You two can't imagine how hard it is to make friends near into your 30s. You know, I'm really happy you're here with me. What's this? Are you getting sentimental? I had to wait more than a month to have seen you smile. You must be in a really good mood. Maybe I am. We spend more time talking, joking and laughing, until finally both Devon and Rune get up and leave to their respective rooms. It's getting late and the sun is already approaching the horizon, filling the room with golden glow. I wish I hadn't left already. I really enjoyed their company too. I sit a while longer on the chair facing the window, lost in thoughts. Well then, okay, so for context, we hung out with Rune in his room. He was playing his guitar, and one of the strings snapped and hit us. And he was treating us with hydrogen peroxide that he got from Devon, and we had an option to personally bring it back to Devon, or he can do it, and he'd just leave us in his room. Now, I don't remember choosing the option to bring it back to Devon ourselves when I first played this. Yeah, no, I think we just stayed in Rune's room while he goes and delivers it to Devon himself. So we're gonna choose this option and see what happens. Arvo. Good to see you again. Hi, Devon. I'm just returning the hydrogen peroxide that Rune borrowed. So, Rune fetched the hydrogen peroxide for you? He didn't tell me anything, he just asked for it and left. Did something happen to you? Nothing. Just a scratch from a snapped string. Devon nods, observing me closely. Okay. Then to return it, you didn't have to bring it back immediately. Frankly, hydrogen peroxide isn't the best way for disinfecting wounds. Just water with soap is enough. I just happened to have it in my first aid kit. Huh? Why did Rune use it then? Because it's fairly popular as a disinfectant. Maybe he wanted to make sure that I actually disinfected instead of brushing it off? That sounds possible. No problem, I was passing by anyway. See you later then. See you. I will be back for you, my dear. When your route comes, I'll be indulging every single option I have with you. Your time is coming soon. Don't worry. I believe you're right after Devon. Once you get through this route, you're next. You're fucking next. I'll be back for you. Hey, we're finally here with the Stargaze and option scene, and yeah, I know that we didn't really get a lot of development with Devon before this, mostly because we already have developed with him when we were doing Rune's route. So, yeah. Anyway, let's go to Devon now. Devon. I'm really going to ask my teacher if I can stay in his room tonight, aren't I? He's hard to miss, easily being the tallest person here. Among the students here, only Rune is anywhere near his height. He's standing next to Professor Arn, who is instructing him. Maybe now is not the best moment. I'll try doing as much as I can myself, and maybe Professor Arn will leave Devon alone in the meantime? Okay, this can't be too hard. I turn on the sky map again and look over the interface, searching for any cues. Finally, I find a button that opens a menu with all the major objects in the solar system, obviously including Saturn. Maybe it is easy after all. After a bit of struggling with the interface, I finally located Saturn in the night sky, and managed to point my telescope roughly at it. I battled with the equipment for a bit before I noticed the smaller finder scope attachment at the top of the tube. That helped a lot. Every once in a while, I glanced at Devon, but it looked like Professor Arn was helping him with the task and didn't plan on going anywhere else. I hope he won't misunderstand me, although I'm not even sure myself what my intentions are. Before today, I had a completely different image of him, and now I can't help but feel intrigued. Other than what Rune told me when the three of us were talking together in the common room, I still know so little about him. I usually spend time with people my age, so talking to Devon feels much different. It's like, when I'm with the people that are my age, friends or other students, it's like staring at a pond. I can measure a pond, count the pebbles on its coast, and if the surface is calm and the water clean, I can even look at the bottom. With Devon, I feel like standing in front of an incomprehensible lake, one whose other side I could barely see. And yet, I don't feel intimidated by that feeling, only curious. Now, only some fine adjustments with precise knobs of the tripod the telescope is standing on, and everything should be ready. Letting out a relieved sigh, I smile, feeling quite proud of myself. It was seen Saturn again, who cares? I looked up at the sky, dotted with twinkling stars. Saturn's now only a pale dot, tiny and distant. It looks nothing like the massive planet I saw just a moment ago. And it's just one pale dot among many. It's good to look at the night sky from time to time to remind ourselves how small we are. It puts things in perspective, doesn't it? Devon? Devon appears behind me, seemingly out of nowhere. His feline eyes shine in the darkness, the starry sky reflected in them. Oh, sorry for sticking on you like that. I saw you looking at me a few times. Did you want to ask me something? Professor Arn can be busy. Sorry for that. It's nice of him to let you participate too. You're right. I'm glad he did. How'd you like it, by the way? I see you're already done, yes? Yeah, I finished just a moment ago. I struggled a bit with the app, but after that, the rest was easy. I use similar tripods for my cameras, so I roughly knew how this works. I didn't really know what to expect. I never used a telescope before, but it was much more interesting than I assumed. That's good to hear. That was Professor Arn's intention mostly, to show you that this can be interesting and fun, without just dumping facts on you. That worked well then. What about you? Did you enjoy it too? Yes, it was nice. I had a telescope when I was a kid, but it was more of a toy than a real thing. The image quality and magnification on these ones is much better. Young Devon playing with a telescope on the back porch of a lonely house somewhere in Ohio. No, I can't imagine him as a kid. I bet it would look cute and endearing though. And that's just something that doesn't really fit the image of Devon I had in my head. I wonder if his parents bought it for him because he liked astronomy, or maybe they tried to get him interested in science. Oh, but I almost forgot why I came here. So, was there anything you wanted to ask? I gulp loudly. I hope I don't look nervous now, because I don't really have a reason to, even if I am. Ugh, I'm getting tangled up in my thoughts, and meanwhile Devon is looking at me expectantly, and I'm making this only weirder. Come on, nothing weird in asking your teacher if you can sleep in his room. Well, about that. Actually, yeah. You remember the situation with my room? Yes, I was meaning to ask you if you found a place to stay tonight. Well, not yet. So, I thought I could ask you. Oh! Oh, I saw that. I saw that. That was funny. It's silent for a while, long enough to make me regret asking. Then Devon glances up at the starry sky before looking at me again. Well, if you didn't find anything else, then it's my duty as a teacher to help you. That sounded oddly formal, but it was a yes. It sounded a bit like he was telling that to himself rather than to me. Maybe I should have mentioned to him that I didn't really ask around. I feel kind of bad about this, but he already agreed. Thank you. Really, I didn't expect you to agree. I have a free bed in my room, so it's not a problem at all for me. As long as you're feeling comfortable with that, Arvo. He seems more serious now, looking at me expectantly as if waiting for a confirmation. Of course, I wouldn't ask otherwise. Good then. Let me get back to Professor Arn. We're wrapping up soon. I'll get back to you after we finish, okay? Sure. And he walks away, leaving me here alone. My head is spinning. Okay, it looks like our time here is up. Thank you all for attending the lesson. I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe even gained a new passion. Supper is already waiting for you at the cafeteria. You're free to take it with you and eat anywhere you like. Have a good night, everyone. A crowd of students start walking back to the guest house, queuing to the entrance door. A pair of antlers is sticking up from the crowd. I want to wave to their owner, but he's not looking in my direction. It looks like he's busy talking with... Is that Jorgen? Wait, was that revealed anywhere else in the fucking last routes? Honestly, Rune with Jorgen is kind of a cute pair, not gonna lie. I think so, but I can't be sure. I only saw a pair of pointy ears. I walked in the opposite direction, towards Devon and Professor Arn. That went quite well, didn't it? Goodness, it's late already. Devon, will you take the telescopes back to the guest house? I'll be leaving to my room if you're okay with that. Sure, no problem. You can go. Good night then. See you tomorrow. Good night. Oh, Arvo, I have to help here a bit. Go ahead with the rest and have some food. Oh, hello there, Arvo. Did you want something? Hello, Professor. I actually wanted to talk with Coach Devon, so I can wait. I was just saying goodbye, so I'll leave you two now. Good night again. Rest well before tomorrow. I didn't know if you heard our conversation, but I need to stay behind and tidy up after the stargazing. It'll take a while, so you can go and have some food. Come over to room number 2 for just whenever. I should be there in 15 minutes at most. I won't be locking the door in case you come in when I'm already asleep. This is going in a different direction than I hoped. I thought I could have supper with him, but it means waiting for him or convincing him to let me help him, and he is rather unrelenting. Maybe that's a chance to meet with someone else in the cafeteria, or go for a short walk before the end of the day. Help him! Get development! I can stay here and help you. It'll go twice as fast if we're working together. There's no need to, really. The telescopes aren't exactly lights, and I would feel bad if I let you do the work I'm supposed to do. I'll be over with it quickly. You can go ahead and have some food. Okay, I hope I won't make things awkward now, but I need a better reason to help him. I actually hoped I could go eat with you. Everyone else has left already anyway. Oh. I guess we could if you want to. We could try catching Rude later in the cafeteria too if I finish this quickly. And if I can help you, it'll go much faster. And I feel bad knowing you're alone here doing all the hard work yourself. Well, that's what I'm here for, you know. But if you really want to, I won't forbid you, but I really can't handle it myself. I count the telescopes quickly. There's 15 of them here, and I don't know how heavy they are, but it shouldn't take too long. Where should we take them? To the lobby for now. There's a storage room next to it. Okay, let's not waste our time talking. The faster we finish, the earlier we can go eat. Right, and I'm quite hungry already. I swam quite a lot today. Some extra calories now would be nice. I'm not that hungry yet. The dinner we had was quite filling. You should eat more too, Arvo. Today was a tiring day. Especially if you're not used to swimming. Maybe you didn't swim as much as me and Rune did, but you tired yourself for sure. Devon goes away to open the door to the guest house, and I approach the closest telescope, trying to find the best way to grab it. Fortunately, it's lighter than I thought it would be, and I lift it with ease. It'll be easier to carry if you fold the tripod legs together. Oh, right. It's not too heavy for you? I'm not that frail. It's fine, really. Okay, let's go then. I do as Devon said, hugging the telescope tube to my chest with one arm and holding the tripod with the other, and start walking back to the guest house. It's not very comfortable, but at least I have a firm grip on the telescope and I can see where I'm going. Almost. Devon is following me, carrying a telescope himself too. Oh, the warm inside. Careful, there are stairs here. Okay, now fold the legs and put it down next to that wall. Why aren't we putting them in the storage room? They need to get acclimatized first. If we dismantle them now and put them in the bags, moisture would build up on them and would cause some damage. They should dry within 15 minutes, only then they're ready for storage. Well, that was easy enough. Although with 15 of them, that's quite a lot of walking. We moved the telescopes one by one, without any complications. Devon mostly stayed silent during that time, likely wanting to finish quickly. Finally, the last two ones. Let's get this over with. I put down my paw on the floor, but the floor isn't there. Oh no. I forgot about the stairs. Whoa, careful there. Suddenly, I find myself leaning on someone who appeared seemingly out of nowhere and caught me mid-fall together with a telescope, which is now poking painfully at my stomach. How is he even able to support my weight? He looks so slender. Come on now, I thought I used up my limit of bad luck for today. I'm so surprised that I simply stared at him with my snout ajar. Arvo, are you fine? The sound of a dropped telescope echoes in the hallway, and Devon rushes to me, effortlessly lifting me off the cat. His paws are gentle, and yet his grip on my waist is firm. He quickly lets go of me, though, as soon as I'm standing firmly in my own paws. Yes, don't worry, I'm fine. I think that the telescope is alright, too. Devon sighs loudly, deflating. I really scared him, didn't I? Goodness thanks. I'd never forgive myself if anything happened to you because of me. It's fine, really. It's only my fault. I should be more careful. Thanks for saving me. I owe you one. That wasn't really intentional. I was coming back from supper and you flew straight into me. Well, thank you anyway. You saved not only me, but probably several thousands of the university's kroner. By the way, I don't think I know you. What's your name? Me? I'm Klaus. And you're Arvo, yes? Does he have psychic powers, or did I become famous for some unknown reason? Both possibilities are equally terrifying. How'd you know? Klaus gives me a weird look, as if I asked him how much is 2 plus 2. Coach never called out to you by your name when you fell. Oh. Yeah, you're right. I'm glad it was at least you and not Coach Devon. I don't think I'd still be intact if he fell on me. Devon looks more taken aback than offended, and maybe even blushes a bit? Blushing Devon is definitely an uncommon look. We definitely should go, it's really late. Have a good night, Klaus. Good night, Professor. And you too, Arvo. Instead of walking down the corridor to the rooms, Klaus leads through the terrace door. Hey, that's not the way to... never mind. I'm just glad I was there to catch you. You didn't hurt yourself? No, I'm fine, really. I got a bit carried away. I can't really look where I'm going when carrying these. I'm sorry, Arvo. I shouldn't have let you help me. But I asked for this. And thankfully nothing happened in the end. The telescope was fine. It's not about the telescope. I just feel like I failed you. An uncomfortable silence falls on us. I don't want him to feel bad because of me and my clumsiness, but he seems to be taking this very seriously. You're a great teacher. And it's obvious that you'd care a lot about your students. Don't feel bad. You've been nothing but helpful today, much more than any other teacher I know. Thank you, Arvo. It means a lot to me that you think that. I'd better check if I didn't break the telescope when I was putting it down. Looks alright, but I'll have to check it more thoroughly later. Okay, we're done here. Good job, Arvo. Thank you for helping me. It's the least I could do to thank you for letting me stay with you today. It's not a problem or anything, really, so don't worry about that. I think we both deserve some good food now. Yeah, after that I'm pretty hungry now too. I just hope nobody decided to take our supper. I guess we'll be the last ones there. I hope not. I don't have any food with me. I brought some snacks with me, just in case, so don't worry about starving today. But it would be nice to eat something better than that. Slim chance we're going to meet Rune there now. It took us more time than I thought, and he's a fast eater. The cafeteria is almost empty, save for a few students I don't know, sitting around one table and chatting. Rune is not here. A part of me is happy with that, as I will be able to chat with Devon more privately. 2 unopened balls of water and paper plates with food are lying on the table closest to us, and I assume that this is our supper. 2 sandwiches and a slice of some cake. Yep, looks like we're the last ones. Sorry I held you back, Arvo. Devon, are you Canadian or Ohioan? Because you've been apologizing the whole evening. Right. I just feel like I'm holding you back. You could have spent the evening with your friends, but you're here with me instead. I'm happy to spend the evening with you, though. I'm exactly where I wanted to be, so don't feel that way. Devon turns away from me, looking outside the window, clearly avoiding my gaze. If you say so. Fine. How about we grab the food and eat in our room? Our room? Communism! Fine by me. It's quite empty here anyway. You grab the plates and balls and leave the cafeteria. The lights in the corridor are half dimmed, giving it a quiet, intimate feel. I'm walking alongside Devon, carrying my food. It's completely still and quiet here, the only thing audible being our steps on the soft carpet. I want to say something, but the silence here feels too palpable to break it. It's not uncomfortable though, so I let it be. If anything, I feel relaxed and calm. Devon's tail brushes against mine accidentally once, but after that, he keeps it still behind him. I'd like to close the distance between us somehow. There's so much that separates us. Figuratively and literally. Okay, let me unlock the door. And come in. I'm still surprised that Devon's room is just like all the other rooms in this guest house. I was sure he'd get a bigger one on the account of being a teacher, but apparently that's not the case. Maybe there aren't any bigger ones here? And all of the faculty got the rooms with the lowest numbers, the closest to the lobby. You don't have to wait for me. Sit down and start eating if you want. Devon sits down on the chair closer to the window, and I take the one closest to the door. Oh no, don't tell me it's Brunest. Brunest? Only now I take a better look at the food we got for supper. 2 sandwiches with cheese, or, if Devon is right, and he probably is, with Brunest, and a slice of what looks like an apple cake, sprinkled with powdered sugar. The apple cake is deliciously browned on the edges and smells faintly of cardamom and cinnamon. Brunest is a local specialty, which I've heard of but haven't tried yet. It looks like cheese, only darker, but supposedly differs completely in taste. You're not a fan? Not really. I generally find Norwegian food pretty bland. Brunest isn't that bad, but I wish we got some Monterey Jack or Swiss instead. There's a subtle nod of nostalgia in his voice. I wonder if he misses his homeland. Although he probably didn't move out without a good reason. Oh, maybe you want some tea? Oh, sure if you're offering. Water is fine, but I'd like having something hot to go with the meal. Devon goes to make his tea, and I redirect my attention back to the food in front of me. Okay, here we go. I take a bite of the sandwich, not really knowing what to expect, but trying to stay open-minded. It's sweet, but savory and salty too. Kinda nutty, but it has an aftertaste similar to caramel? Overall not bad, much different from cheese though. It's not that bad. A bit too sweet for me maybe, and I don't think I'd buy it myself, but it's not bad. We're feeling the same about it then. My guess is that you have to grow up here to appreciate it, because apparently my Norwegian genes aren't enough. By the way, would you mind if I played some music? No, go ahead. Oh, I know that song. It's American Pawball, yes. And here you are. Devon puts down a cup of steaming tea in front of me. The smell hits my nostrils momentarily. It's deep, but very pleasant. Makes you think of a forest in autumn, all drowned in colorful leaves. What's this? It looks like regular black tea, but the smell is much more complex. It is black tea, only of high quality. To be exact, it's a Darjeeling. Second flush. Second flush? It means the second growth of the same plants in a given year. The first flush has a sharper flavor, and the second flush is milder, but more nuanced. It also has less caffeine, although it's still caffeinated, so it's a better choice for evenings. And Darjeeling is a place of origin. The best black teas are from there, and this one is really nice. Honestly, I didn't expect you to be the type to drink fancy teas, let alone be this knowledgeable about them. I myself am more of a coffee time guy. Like most Finns, by the way. Most of Europe, I think. I've noticed that tea isn't that popular in these parts. Before I moved down to the US, I was mostly a coffee drinker too, but Rune is a real tea freak and he took me to a tea house a few times. He showed me different kinds of tea and explained how they're made and how they differ, and after that I was hooked too. Interesting, because I wouldn't guess that about Rune either. Maybe I'll have the chance to ask him someday? I take a taste and sip of the tea, careful not to burn my tongue. It really is good. There's almost no bitterness, but the flavor is deep and complex, slightly on the sweet side. It's like a warm hug in a cup. I see you like it. I'm glad. I'm a fan of this one too. Devon shoots me a smile before digging into the food. And just like that, the distance between us diminished. I continued with Ian too, finishing both sandwiches in silence, sipping on the hot tea occasionally. You seem really deep in thought. It's something wrong? Oh, no, I just got lost in thoughts a bit. Don't worry. I was wondering. I haven't before met a teacher who would care about their students so much. You really do seem to care, unlike most of the teachers I know. Do you feel like teaching is your calling? Let's just say that my teachers weren't the most attentive or understanding. I promised myself that I will be better than that, and be there for my students when they need me. Which doesn't happen too often, frankly. You know, I'm just a coach, and this is just my second year of teaching. I doubt I'd be anyone's first choice when they need some help. The language barrier isn't really there, thankfully. I'm not bad at Norwegian, and all the students speak English fluently anyway, but I'm still a foreigner here, even if I have citizenship. Why did you move here? Or rather, why did you move out of your country? Devon sighs and leans back on the chair with a cup in his paw, looking somewhere behind me. That's a question with a long answer, and I don't want to bore you. Let's say I didn't feel good there and needed a fresh start, and a friendlier environment. Friendlier environments? That's weird. Americans are generally known for their friendliness. Who the fuck told you that? Who the fuck told you that? Who told you that? Because whoever did is a fucking liar. They're a fucking liar, they're a hack, and they need to be dealt with. Anyway. Maybe not in his state? I don't really mind the longer answer. It's not like we're in a hurry or anything. Devon takes a long sip of the tea and puts his cup down, and hesitates for a moment before speaking. I grew up in a small town in Ohio, where there wasn't much to do or see, and I lived there until I decided to move here. It's the kind of place where rumors spread like wildfire, and people aren't exactly open-minded. My school years weren't the easiest, and in high school, there was a group of students very determined to make my life as unpleasant as possible. But Why would anyone want to make your life unpleasant because it's America? Let's say it's enough to be outside the norm to get that kind of treatment. American schools aren't the most forgiving environments. Anyway, soon before my 29th birthday, my partner at that time broke up with me, and I understood that I'm wasting my life there. That was a good timing because the relationship wasn't going anywhere anyway, and the breakup gave me the impulse I needed. I was fed up with all that, and understood that I have to change my life completely. Or rather, abandon the life I had and find a new one before I'm 30. I felt like if I waited past that, I would never get out and stay unhappy for the rest of my life. At first, I considered moving to the West Coast, but remembered that I could always move to Norway. And you know the rest of the story. I was lucky enough to find an open position for a coach at a university, and well, here I am. He smiles at me and leans on the table, as if signaling the end of the story. That's a lot of information to process, and at the same time, it's not enough to tell me what actually happens. Something tells me that prying further would be a bad idea, though. At least for now. If you're unhappy there, then I'm glad you moved out. I never understood why people stay at places that make them unhappy. We're only given one short life, and they're wasting it on being miserable. Not everyone can afford to leave. It wasn't easy for me either. I had to sell everything I had to be able to move here. People often stared too. They're afraid of leaving their friends behind, of the language barrier, they scared that they might have a hard time finding work or fitting in. But you did it, and by the look of it, you're better off this way. Yeah, you're right. I feel better here. I didn't have many friends there, and I didn't have anything to lose. I'm still slowly getting used to living here. The different mentality, different customs, different pace of living. But yeah, I'm better off this way. Devon glances at a watch before grabbing his slice of cake. Okay, the telescope should be ready to be packed. I'll go deal with this quickly. You can go ahead and take a shower now if you want. Okay, I think I will. I probably don't smell yet, and I already took one shower today, but I'm starting to feel tired, and it would be nice to freshen up anyway. You don't want any help with that? It's fine. It's a tedious work, and you still have a cake to finish. By the way, if you want to go to sleep already, my bed is the one closer to the window. I'll be back soon. If you want to leave the room, just leave the door locked. Sure thing. And just like that, Devon exits the room, leaving me here alone. He really must trust me to do that, and that knowledge comforts me. A shower can't wait a moment longer, though. I still have that slice of cake. I grab it and take a bite, and the sweet and tart flavor of ripe apples fills my mouth. Oh, it really is good. The crust is perfectly baked and crumbles easily, and the hint of cinnamon enhances the flavor. It's really well balanced and nothing overpowers the rich taste of apples. Oh wow, this is nice. Definitely makes up for the brunest. A pleasure sigh stays my lips before I bite into the cake again. With a bathroom kit fetched from my camera bag, where I kept it all day, I entered the bathroom. Time to commence the evening maintenance. I first brushed my teeth, paying special attention to my long canines. Yes, we read this. Mm-hmm. Look at yourself in the mirror, ho. Look at you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I did expect the day to end like this. Not that I'm complaining. It would be nice to have my stuff back, but that's not a big price for being where I am right now. It's both exciting and unnerving, as if I was doing something forbidden. Maybe in a way I am. I wonder what the rest is doing now. Lake and Jorgen, Mikko, Rune, Bjorn? They seem distant and unreal, as if the rest of the day was just a dream. Well, I take off my boxers, letting them fall to the ground, grab the shampoo and conditioner from the bathroom kit, and get in the shower. The waters were unpleasant. Wasting no time, I open the shampoo and start rubbing it into my fur, starting with my head. I wonder what Devon thinks of me. I doubt he could consider me a friend yet, but he at least seems to be comfortable having me around. I'm starting to think he is a bit lonely. He doesn't seem so from the outside, but when I think of it, He seemed conflicted but happy when I asked him if I could stay with him tonight. Instead of doing his own stuff, he spent the whole evening after stargazing with me. None of the teachers I know would ever do that. Moving abroad as an adult must have been harder for him than moving out was for me. I can always find new friends at the university or in clubs, but how do you make friends in your 30s? It must be hard even without all the hurdles he has, like the language barrier. I didn't really think about all that before, but now I feel like I understand him better. What he told me about himself during supper sounds somewhat cryptic, and I have no doubts it was cryptic on purpose. Maybe if I try to read between the lines, I might guess what he was hiding. He didn't say if his partner was a man or a woman, and he mentioned some rumors, so maybe... No, I probably think about that only because I am myself and not straight, and just want him not to be straight too. Even if just to prove that this world is not so heteronormative. Still, that would make sense. I'm not sure what to make of it, and I don't want to draw conclusions yet. I continue with the relaxing ritual until I am all clean. Then I open the conditioner and apply it generously, brushing it into my wet fur. It's unbranded, but it smells nice. Now I smell nice too. Finally, I rinse my whole body again and turn off the water. I step out of the shower and dry myself with a fresh towel, which takes some time when you're all covered in thick feline fur. I'm finished in a few minutes. Bless modern technology for those thick, super absorbent towels. And only now I realize something. I don't have any clean clothes, so I need to put on the same ones from today. Ugh, I wish I at least had a fresh pair of boxers. At least I didn't sweat that much today, and already took one shower, so it could be worse. I'm going to skip the t-shirt this time. It's warm enough without it here. Wearing only boxers, I open the door and step out of the bathroom. A cloud of steam follows me as I step out of the bathroom. I might have gone a bit overboard with the water temperature. Looks like Devon is not back yet. Either I finished everything really quick, or it's taking him a long time. Maybe I should have gone and helped him anyway? Although I don't know if he let me after the accident on the stairs. I'm not that clumsy usually. Maybe it's the long ride that wore me out this much? I drop my dirty clothes down on one of the chairs and lie down on my bed. The patterns in the wooden ceiling above me seem endlessly detailed, like ripples on water on a windy day. I simply rest for a moment, letting my mind wander. Then I look to the side and notice Devon's tank top on his bed. When did he drop it there? Probably not now. It must have been here when he entered, and I just didn't notice it before. A very, very bad idea pops into my head. Are you gonna sniff his tank top? Oh dear. Oh dear, is that where we're going? Is that where we're going? If Devon didn't come back yet, maybe he won't for a few more minutes. Should I? Oh my god! We got an option. We got an option. Holy shit! Oh god. Oh, do I indulge? You know what? Fuck it. Content! Yes. I glance at the door, as if the check that they're for sure closed, even though I know they are. Then I sat up on my bed and looked at that piece of clothing lying under the other bed, suddenly feeling very tense. My paws are trembling. There's a weird ringing in my ears. I grab the tank top and press it against my snout, giving it a small whiff. Devon's scent fills my nose instantly. It's deep, masculine, and delicious. I close my eyes and breathe in through the fabric, just taking in the scent. Am I really having this sort of thoughts about my coach? Of course he's attractive, he's well built and handsome, but he's my coach. This is just a harmless fantasy though, right? And we're both adults anyway, so who cares? Oh, who am I trying to convince? This is so fucked up. But it's out of my control now. Taking another greedy whiff, I imagine that it's not a tank top that my snout is pressed against, but Coach Devon's chest. I recall the image of him standing in the shower after the swimming pool. How his dark fur glistened in the water. I imagine my fingers brushed through it as I explore his body. Oh! God damn! Oh, this is bad. Suddenly, I hear the door to the room opening. Oh, crap. Faster than I can think what I'm even doing, I throw the crumpled tank top back on Devon's bed and lie down on mine, facing the pillow. My heart is beating like crazy, pumping adrenaline to every cell in my body. I can hear Devon locking the door behind him before walking further into the room. I hope he didn't see that, otherwise I have no idea how I can explain that to him. Arvo? Crap. Yes? My voice comes out shrill and weak, and I already know I'm toast. Are you feeling fine? Yes, I just went a bit overboard with the water temperature, and now I need to lie down for a bit. Okay, that's not convincing. Maybe he won't notice anything. I roll onto my back and look at him, standing next to the table and looking away from me, looking somewhat uncomfortable. Only now I realize that I'm wearing only boxers and probably not looking very decent right now. Maybe you need a cup of water or something? Should I open the window? It's fine, really. I just need a moment. You can open the window, though. Devon walks up to the window and opens it slightly, leaning on the windowsill and looking out. Meanwhile, with a heroic effort, I slowly bring my breathing back to normal. I sit up on the bed and look at my paws. They're still trembling from the adrenaline jolt, but I'm feeling better. I stand up, my legs slightly wobbly under me. I walk up to the chair where I drop my clothes and put on a t-shirt. I glance at Devon and see him looking at the tank top on his bed with furrowed brows. My body tenses again. Boy, you done fucked up. You done fucked up, although I made you fuck up. After an excruciatingly long moment, he turns towards me. Feeling better now? Yes, it's fine. Thanks. Good. I'll go take a shower now. You can go to sleep already if you want. I'll try to keep quiet. No need to. I'm not that tired yet. Okay. I'll be back in a moment then. I sit down at the edge of my bed and deflate. If he suspects anything, he didn't show it in any way. For my own peace of mind, I'm going to assume that he doesn't. Unless he told me that he's back in a moment to stop me from doing anything like that again. I just hope he didn't think I went through his things. Well, he didn't throw me out yet, and I think he's the type that would confront me directly if he suspected anything like that. There's no point overthinking that now, though. Instead, I jump off the bed and take out my phone from the trouser pocket. I got a few new messages, and I sit down on my bed to answer them. Oh, a message from Rune. That's not something I expected to see. That's more than an hour ago, but I haven't checked my phone since then. Hey, I saw you chatting with Devon outside when I was eating. What's up? Are you in trouble? That's sweet. Thanks for asking, but no. I'm staying in his room tonight, so I stayed behind to help him with stuff. Long pause. You're staying with Devon? Nobody else had a free bed or what? I thought I'd get to know him better and asked him if I can stay here, and he agreed. Wow, I'm honestly surprised. Both that Devon agreed and that you asked. No offense, but you didn't strike me as someone who would have just to do that. I'm not sure what to reply to that. Honestly, I'm surprised myself even more, probably. You're an interesting one, Arvo. Sleep well today. Thanks, you too. I have a few other messages, so I start going through them, replying to each. Where are you staying tonight? You found a room? Yeah, I'm with Devon. Wait, which Devon? Well, there's only one we both know. Do you mean the coach? Yeah. Yeah, I can understand the shock. Tell me how it went later. Night, I'm in bed already. Sleep well. Hey, Arvo, you found a room for tonight? Mito's messages always have proper punctuation and capitalization, which is a rare thing to see. When I write with him, I do the same. Otherwise, I'd feel crude. Yeah, don't worry. Thank you for checking on me. He might be asleep already, so I don't really expect an answer. No problem, Arvo. Sleep well. It came, though, and only after a few seconds. You too. I drop my phone next to me on the bed and lie down with a sigh. In that same moment, the bathroom door opens, and Devon walks out into the room. A black tank top always gets me. He's wearing pajamas and holding his day clothes in his paw. I can't help but feel a bit disappointed. I hoped he'd be at least shirtless. Nothing wrong with that, just wanted to admire a well-built physique. Maybe he's just being considerate towards me? This one time I wish he wouldn't be. I'll be going to bed already, Arvo, but if you want to stay up some longer, feel free to. I'm leaving the light on, it doesn't bother me. You can turn it off when you're going to sleep too. And don't worry about waking me up, I'm a heavy sleeper.
That's a surprise tool that can help us later.
A heavy sleeper, you say? Oh, no need to. I think I'll just go to sleep too. It's been a long day, and the fatigue is finally catching up with me. It wasn't an eventful day, though, thankfully. Sometimes it's nice to just do nothing and enjoy the surroundings, especially in a place like this. Not an eventful day, huh? I guess he must have spent it pretty differently than me. It was mostly the ride that was tiring. I didn't sleep much during it in case anything happened. How about you? Did you get some sleep? I slept through almost the whole thing, but still, sleeping in a bus isn't the same as a proper sleep in a proper bed. It's fine either way with me. Devon swiftly folds the clothes he was holding and stashes them away in a plastic bag and into the wardrobe, before turning off the light and getting into bed. Good night then, and sleep well. Good night. I get into bed myself, feeling the soft bedclothes envelop my body. I really like this guest house. The bed in here is nicer than in my dormitory for sure. I unlocked my phone to check the battery. It's down to 34%, so it should last until tomorrow breakfast at least, but I'll have to try finding someone with a charger before that. I'll worry about it tomorrow though. Now it's time to rest a bit. Closing my eyes, I turn onto my side and find a comfortable position. Aw. But it's absolutely impossible to fall asleep like that. Even though my body is tired, my mind is still going in high gear. I try to silence my thoughts, but they come back only stronger, like a swarm of bees. How much time did pass already? Well, I turn on my phone to check, and apparently it's only been 9 minutes since we went to sleep. Let's hope that Devon is indeed a heavy sleeper. With a sigh, I get out of bed. A jolt of electricity runs through my body as my paws come in contact with the cold floor. Devon's chest rises and falls steadily in a slow rhythm. His face looks relaxed, but that's not enough to be sure if he's asleep. Stepping as quietly as possible, I walk across the room to the window and sit on a chair next to it. The moon is bright tonight, brighter now than it was during the stargazing. It illuminates the room with its soft glow, making it look suspended in time. I glance at the Discman lying on the cupboard. I wonder what other CDs Devon took here with himself, and what other bands does he listen to? I never really gone to American Paw Ball before, but after today I know they will always remind me of him, and that I want to hear their songs again. It would be nice if we could just sit together and listen to some of his music. Maybe I could try suggesting that tomorrow, after we come back to the guest house. I don't know if he knows Nipple Foxes, but I bet he would like them. I've seen one of their albums among the vinyl records in the common room. We could go there and listen to it together, looking at the cracking fire. I wish the key to my room would stay lost for the rest of the camp. But tomorrow I should get another anyway. I glance at the shining moon again. I feel really attached to its glow, as if it was trying to send me a message. But what that message could be, I don't know. But if it's something important, then guess I'll find out in time. Just go to sleep, dude. Day 2, and this is what we're gonna stop off on. Jesus Christ, that was long. Sorry, I could probably predict what's going to happen with this route. Devon's a teacher. He wants to have some strict boundaries between him and his students and everything. And probably, he doesn't want to get too close to Arvo, but Arvo wants to get close to him. So it's gonna be like some type of forbidden love type shit, even though they're both legal adults and everything. So, that's what I expect from this route going forward. I'm trying to put myself in Devon's shoes, considering I am also American, unfortunately. And I want to know, like, what would my life be like if I actually did move to Europe? Like, in specific countries, like, what will it be like? And everything. And how would I fare well with it? It's just something to think about, because, who knows, maybe I'll move to Europe in the future, if everything goes to shit. Well, everything already is shit, but if it gets even worse and I just can't stay here anymore, like, what would it be like? Who knows? Well, until the next parts, thank you all so much for clicking on this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a like, and subscribe if you're really interested. I'll leave a link to the visual novel in the description below, which I'll play for yourself, as well as a link to the Don Chorus page on Blue Sky, which I'll check them out. And I'll also leave a link to my Blue Sky, which will support me there as well. And as always, I'll be leaving a link to the visual novel me and my good friend Xeno Panda made for the 2025 February Game Jam called When You're Mine. Please still show your support to it, and if you do enjoy it, maybe consider rating it and comment on it on itchio. We love reading those, it makes our day. And as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!